leadership from AUS, our airline partners, and our city leadership. That includes Mayor Kirk Watson, Councilwoman Vanessa Fuentes, Franco Tedeschi with American Airlines, Holden Shannon with Delta Airlines, and Adam DeCare with Southwest Airlines, and our very own AUS Chief Executive Officer Ghislaine Badawi. And with that, it is my pleasure to welcome Austin's Mayor Kirk Watson to kick us off.
Well, thank you, and thank all of y'all for being here. You know, somebody just whispered in my ear, I ought to get an office out here, no, but the point being that we're out here all the time because there's always something good and exciting happening out here at this airport right now, and that's a really wonderful thing. So I'm proud to be here again. And I'm proud to be here in part because, as many of you know, I reminisce a little bit because I was here in 1999 when we cut the ribbon on this airport and we opened the doors of it. And I will tell you, that was a great day, and I was extremely proud. But I am just as proud to stand here today as we continually usher in a new era for air travel in Central Texas. What we're marking today is really far more than a contract signing. It's an historic milestone that sets the foundation. It sets the foundation for how Austin will grow, how Austin is going to connect, and importantly, how Austin will thrive for decades to come. The decisions that we're making right now will it'll shape the way we live, but importantly, it will also shape the experience of people who are traveling, and not just today, but for future generations of Austinites and Central Texans that are using this airport. With the completion of these new 10-year airline use and lease agreements, we're committing to an expansion that looks beyond right now. I spoke yesterday about having a short-term focus, but with a long-term vision. Signing the agreements today is part of our short-term focus on getting the job done and getting it done right and getting it done well. The long-term vision is what it's going to mean well beyond our time here and the cutting of ribbons or the signing of agreements. This is about preparing our region for long-term growth. It's about strengthening our economy and ensuring that Austin remains connected to the world in a way that reflects who we are and where we're headed as a people and as a city. The journey with AUS expansion program, as you know and as you can tell, is already making enormous progress. And in the years ahead, it's going to deliver 32 new gates, modern facilities, and a more efficient, welcoming travel experience for millions of passengers. These investments will support jobs, they're going to drive economic opportunities, they're going to fuel travel affordability through airline competition, and they're going to position our region to meet the demands of the early 2030s and well beyond. We wouldn't be here today without airlines that believe in Austin. Okay. You know, we need to do that at city council meetings, manager. I kind of like the way that works. Let me say that again. The airlines are key to what it is we're doing, and it's wonderful to have partnerships with these airlines. These airlines believe in Austin, Texas, and they're willing and demonstrating that willingness to invest here. They're willing to do that through workforce development, through community engagement, and long-term commitments to this airport in this region. And that's why we're here today. Their confidence in Austin speaks volumes, and I want to say we are deeply grateful for it. I also want to say thank you I'm going to introduce her in just a second, but Councilmember Vanessa Fuentes from District 2. I also want to say thanks to all of the members of the Austin City Council for engaging in this vision of what our long term ought to look like. Of course, you'll also hear from our CEO, Ghislaine Badawi, who is, I brag about her everywhere I go. But we're also joined by our city manager, T.C. Broadnax, and I want to say thank you to him, and let's all give him a round of applause. And he's joined by an assistant city manager, Mike Rogers, who oversees a lot of this, and let's say thank you to him. And Genesis Gavino, the chief of staff in the city manager's office. I would be remiss if I didn't also recognize, and we have a number of people that are in this audience with us right now, the entire airport team. This is really a fantastic team and a group that is working extraordinarily hard and all of the time to make that short-term focus play out so that the long-term vision will be realized. And of course, we have a number of partners who I see out in the audience that are different parts of groups, community groups in our city that are pushing for what we're doing and make a real difference. And I want to say thank you for helping bring us to this moment. So, where I started was to tell you how proud I was when this airport began, and I was. I'm proud of how far we've now come, and I am extremely excited about what lies ahead for Austin, for AUS, and for all of us that rely on AUS. So with that, it gives me real pleasure to introduce our next speaker, council member representing District 2, which is where this airport is located, Councilmember Vanessa Fuentes.
Hi, everyone. Good morning. Thank you, Mayor, for that warm introduction. As you mentioned, today is such an exciting day for us here in Austin as we announce. I just want to emphasize 32 new gates here at Austin Airport. This is the completion of a new 10-year airline use and lease agreement, which marks a major milestone for Austin-Bergstrom International Airport, for our city, and for the entire Central Texas region. It sets the stage for one of the most economic, impactful investments Austin has seen in over a generation. What excites me most about our journey with AUS, the expansion program, is that it truly is creating economic opportunity at every stage of the way. As construction ramps up, and we're seeing that actively happen right before us, we will see significant job creation right here, right at home. And according to the latest airport industry data, every $1 million invested in new airport infrastructure supports approximately 3.5 construction, engineering, and architecture jobs. That translates into thousands of skilled, family-supporting jobs that this program will move forward. And the impact doesn't just stop where the construction ends. It's as the airport grows, so does our local economy. For every 1,000 departing passengers, airports typically generate more than one new on-airport job and nearly $290,000 in visitor spending throughout the surrounding community. So the impact is going to be huge for us. And that means more jobs at the airport, more customers for local businesses, and more economic activity for our Central Texas region. An expanded concourse, along with the new Concourse B, a new arrivals and departures hall, modernized concessions and amenities, all of this will support the long-term careers for airline employees, concession workers, operations teams, and countless of small and local businesses that call AUS home. And as the mayor mentioned, none of this would be possible without our airline partners. Their investment in Austin, in our workforce, and in our community is what makes these opportunities real. We are deeply grateful for their continued commitment in expanding their presence and helping fuel our region's growth. And as was said, this is a proud day here in Austin. I'm excited for the jobs it will create and the careers it will launch and the opportunities it will deliver for Austin residents today and for many generations to come. Thank you to our airlines, thank you to AUS leadership, and to everyone who works hard every single day to bring this vision to life. This is just the beginning, and I can't wait to see the future that we are building together. And with that, it is now my honor to introduce our next speaker, Franco Tedeschi, Vice President of U.S. Airports and Strategic Partnerships for American Airlines.
Good morning and welcome. It's always exciting to be in the city of Austin and the airport, but today more so. It's my privilege to be with you and represent the voice of American Airlines. But more than the voice of American Airlines, I want to begin by just a note of sincere gratitude for our airport teams that make all of the days come together. They begin with alarm clocks and they end with customers getting to their final destination. So a round of applause for our customers who welcome. I'm Franco Tedeschi, the American Airlines Vice President for U.S.-Canada Airports and Strategic Partnerships. And I'm here to begin with a huge acknowledgement to the accomplishment that we're bringing voice to today. I want to acknowledge Mayor Watson, Mayor Pro Tem Fuentes, Ghislaine. Thank you for your leadership throughout this collaborative process. Your work ensures that the airport remains a key economic engine that propels the entire central Texas region forward for decades to come. American Airlines first touched down in Austin nearly 45 years ago. Today, we nearly represent 50 daily departures, touching 11 destinations, but more so connecting 350 global destinations throughout our network across the globe. We're excited about what's ahead, but more so, we're excited about the next chapter of Austin-Bergstrom Airport. I, too, recall that ribbon-cutting ceremony in 1999, and I recall the excitement of bringing life to this new opportunity right here where we stand today. I'd also like to take a moment to recognize our close to 500 American Airlines team-based members here in Austin, who are led by our General Manager, Johannes Jasahura, for caring for our customers, cultivating relationships, and helping drive our business in Austin forward into the next chapter. Austin isn't just growing, it's soaring, and American is alongside the city every step of the way. There's more evidence every day that this airport is where our customers want to continue their travel plans and decisions from and through, and we're excited to be a partner with that. When construction is complete, American will operate from 9 gates, 5 more than we have today, and equally will open the doors to a fantastic new Admirals Club facility to extend that customer experience while our customers enjoy Austin Airport. I'd also like to acknowledge that as American's largest Texas airline, our business is built on connections and connecting customers to the people, places, and moments that matter most. We look forward to strengthening those connections within the community while ensuring that Austin remains a vital destination within American's robust network. Austin's future is bright, and we're proud to be a part of the city's story. As American celebrates its centennial anniversary this year, April 15th, we're not just looking back, we're building forward, and we're building the next century of travel. It begins today, ladies and gentlemen, and we're building Austin's future with the community. I always like to say that communities are about citizens and neighbors. This is our community, and we bring it to life every day. At this time, I'd like you to join me in welcoming Holden Shadden from Delta Airlines to the podium. And again, congratulations on today's announcement.
Good morning. I'm Holden Shannon, Senior Vice President of Corporate Real Estate at Delta Airlines. Delighted to be here. Thank you, Mayor Watson, Mayor Pro Tem Fuentes, Austin CEO Ghislaine Bedawi, and I see our friend Tracy Thompson in the front row. Thank you, Tracy. And so many other community leaders to celebrate a milestone that really matters to us, not just for the airport community, but for every traveler and every business that calls Austin home. The new Austin Airline Use and Lease Agreement that took effect January 1st represents a bold step forward. They're about creating the kind of lease experience Austin deserves, one that keeps pace with the city's tremendous growth and incredible energy. Austin's one of the fastest growing cities, as you know, in the country, and Delta's super proud to be part of that momentum. Building on that growth, this summer, we'll operate 64 peak day departures, giving travelers more options than ever. Austinites can now fly nonstop with Delta to 8 of the top 10 markets they travel to most: New York, Denver, Los Angeles, Las Vegas, Orlando, San Francisco, Atlanta, and Seattle. And just last month, we celebrated a major milestone by launching our first international service from Austin to Cabo and Cancun, opening the door to even more global connections for this community. So what does today mean for you, the customer, the community? It means a better experience, for one, every time you fly. Under these agreements, Delta is making a long-term investment in Austin-Bergstrom that will transform travel for years to come. 15 Delta gates in Concourse A, right next to international common use gates and the closest gates post-security, so you can move seamlessly between Delta and our global partners. A new centrally located Delta Sky Club, we're famous for those, designed to be a premium space where travelers can recharge, work, or simply relax before their flight. And a $250 million investment to refresh and modernize Concourse A, creating a more comfortable, efficient, and modern environment for every customer. These investments reflect our commitment to Austin's people and its future. But together we're building an airport experience that reflects Austin's spirit, innovative, welcoming, and world-class. On behalf of Delta's global employee base and more than 900 of us who live here in Central Texas, including those of us who are from Texas. I'm from Houston. My peers, Mark Pearson is from Austin. He helped us negotiate this with Melissa White. Kirk Mixon, who's in the crowd, is from Kennedy, Texas. We have so many of us here that are from this state, and we really believe in this state. So we're so delighted to do this. And we can't wait to welcome even more travelers through these gates in the years ahead. And now it's my pleasure to introduce Adam DeCare, Senior Vice President of Network Planning and Network Operations Control at Southwest Airlines.
Well, good morning, everyone. It is great to be here in Austin, and it was, just feels like last month we were here doing this before. So again, Kirk, a lot of good things happening here, and it's exciting to be here. It is one of the most dynamic and fast-growing communities in the country. For more than 4 decades, Austin-Bergstrom International Airport has been an outstanding partner to Southwest Airlines, and we appreciate it, so thank you for continuing that on. As many of you know, Southwest Airlines is a Texas-born airline, which we've heard a lot of Texas today, so we want to continue to say that we are born here, founded in Dallas, and shaped by the bold, friendly, community-minded spirit of this state. So continuing to grow here in Austin, a city that reflects so much of the Texas character, means a great deal to us. I also want to recognize the tremendous collaboration that has helped us bring us to this point. We appreciate the work of Mayor Kirk Watson, Mayor Pro Tem Vanessa Fuentes, the Austin City Council, and CEO Ghislaine Boudouin. I said that wrong. Man, I'm saying it wrong. I apologize. I knew I was gonna, that's just part of being me, I guess. So, and her awesome team here at Austin. Their leadership and partnership has been essential to supporting the growth and the benefits that both this airport and the community. Looking ahead, we are excited about this new terminal project and the opportunity it represents as the airport expands. We hope to ultimately occupy 18, 20, 22, 24, how many of the airports, the gates they give us, because if you give us the gates, we will bring the planes. A clear sign of our long-term commitment to Austin and our confidence in this region's future. You may recall that in December we announced the new Southwest Crew Base right here in Austin. This base will bring roughly 2,000 jobs to Central Texas, 2,000 opportunities for people to build their careers, and represent Southwest's heart in this incredible region. And you can see that starting in March this year. So they're already heading this way as we're already starting to get people moving this direction. Simply put, Austin is already an important part of our network, and it continues to play an even bigger role in our future. And let's be honest, it just fits. Other airlines, they talk differently about their service, they talk about the products that they have, and they're different than Southwest Airlines, no doubt about it. Sometimes they think, Southwest, you're kind of weird. We are bored differently, we crack jokes on the PA, we sing songs, we have a lot of personality in our customer service, and it shows. And we actually enjoy doing that, and we reward that with our employees. We are not only proudly born in Texas, but we're Texas's most loved airline. And by that, we're such a perfect match for Austin because this city embraces personality, creativity, and a little bit of quirk. And we're right at home with that. So thank you so much for being letting us be a part of this day. With that, it is my pleasure this morning to introduce someone who has played a central role in shaping the bright future of this airport, the CEO of Austin, Ghislaine.
Good morning. It is my honor to stand with you today in a truly historic moment for our airports and for our entire Central Texas region. Today, AUS and our airline partners are celebrating the successful execution of a new 10-year airline use and lease agreement, an achievement that reflects years of hard work, thoughtful planning, and deep partnerships. These agreements establish the long-term framework for how airlines will operate in AUS, and they provide the financial foundation that will support our day-to-day operations and help us fund expansion program that will reshape how millions of travelers experience AUS for decades to come. This agreement supports a set of projects that will define the future of our airport. We're building the new Concourse B with 26 gates, designed with enhanced gate holdroom areas, expanded passenger circulation, modern amenities, and concession program. Passengers will experience more of what they love today about AUS, our authentic Austin flavors, live music, and local arts. Concourse B will be home to Southwest Airlines as the anchor tenant with 18 gates, along with United Airlines and non-signatory airlines. We're also redeveloping the existing Barbara Jordan ticket counter areas where we're standing today, security checkpoints, baggage claim, and existing concourse into a modernized post-security Concourse A. The redevelopment will deliver enhanced holdroom areas, expanded seating, modernized concessions, and expanded circulation and upgraded amenities. Concourse A will be home to Delta Airlines as the anchor tenant with 15 gates, along with American, 9 gates, Alaska Airlines, International Airlines, and non-signatory airlines. And to maximize flexibility and resilience, we're also building new pre-engineered facility, Concourse M, with 6 additional gates to increase capacity as early as 2027. Concourse M will support construction phasing, provide operational flexibility for irregular operations, regular operations, scheduled and off-scheduled activity, and diverted flights. A dedicated busing operation will transport passengers between the Barbara Jordan Terminal and Concourse M. We're also advancing a transformative improvement to the front door of AUS. A departure and arrival hall will modernize our public-facing facilities and redefine travelers' first and last impression of Austin and Central Texas. A centralized TSA checkpoint will simplify the security experience, and expanded new airline ticket counters will enhance the check-in process. A new baggage claim hall and improved circulation will make arrivals less congested and easier to navigate. And we're working to bring rideshare pickup closer to the terminal to improve the convenience for passengers from the time they arrive to the moment they depart. A critical enabling infrastructure for delivering these expanded facilities is the utility infrastructure. These projects will upgrade and expand essential heating, cooling capacity, and essential utilities for existing and new facilities. And while the final program cost is still in development, as design progresses in these major projects, we anticipate the expansion program will be an investment of more than $5 billion to meet the airline's operational needs and growing customer demand. And to align with this increased scope and scale, we are planning to seek additional spend authority from the Austin City Council for the design and construction of these expanded projects. And of course, none of this is possible without our airline partners. Your belief in Austin and Central Texas, your confidence in our shared vision, and your long-term commitment to investing in AUS is what makes this expansion and transformation a reality. Thank you very much for the support. I want to express my deep gratitude and offer my thanks to our signatory airline partners, Southwest, Delta, American United, and Alaska, and our signatory cargo airlines, FedEx and UPS, for their leadership, partnership, and long-term commitment to AUS. Over the past 2 years, your teams worked side by side with ours through complex negotiations, demonstrating true collaboration and shared commitment for delivering the best outcome for our customers. These agreements reflect more than a business model. They reflect a trust in Austin's future, trust in our airport's trajectory, and trust in what we can accomplish together. And on behalf of the City of Austin, the entire Austin aviation team, and our Central Texas customers, thank you for investing in Austin. Thank you for believing in the vision, and thank you for helping us build the next era of AUS together. I also want to express my sincere gratitude to our Austin aviation team, led by Tracy Thomas. Thank you, Tracy. John Gallo. Thank you, John. Rajiv Thomas. And our entire commercial development and finance teams, whose dedication and expertise helped us bring these agreements across the finish line. I want to thank Mayor Kirk Watson, Mayor Pro Tem Vanessa Fuentes, and the entire Austin City Council for their support. The City of Austin Manager's Office, thank you for being here, and thank you for your support. Austin Aviation Team, I see a lot of you guys in the audience, thank you. We can't do this without you guys. And I would like to also recognize all our construction partners, all our designers, all our consultants across all the program, and our dedicated AUS employees who keep this airport running efficiently and safely every single day. And I equally want to recognize and thank our business partners, including Visit Austin, Opportunity Austin, Austin Chamber of Commerce, and Travel Texas for their steadfast support and partnership in connecting AUS to the region's continued growth and economic vitality. And finally, I want to thank our federal partners, TSA, CBP, and special thank you to FAA for their significant investment in our program. FAA grants and long-term partnerships are critical to building the future of our region. Thank you all for joining us today to celebrate this historic milestone for Austin. Thank you.
That concludes the remarks portion of our program this morning. Thank you all for joining us. At this time, I'm going to ask my speakers to take the first photo op and welcome up our City Manager, T.C. Broadnax, and our Assistant City Manager, Mike Robinson, for the photo.